Hey everybody, my name is Teresa and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. Hello guys, we're here to talk about a book haul. I have actually done fairly well this year regarding how many books I'm bringing into my home, which I'm really trying to be more conscientious, that word, of what I'm bringing in, because I do have a lot of books and I will be moving in about a year and a half. So I need to kind of be more picky with the books that I decide to bring into my home, as these books are gonna have to move with me, and books are heavy. So I have been better about making sure the books I'm bringing in are books that I'm actually really, really interested, not just kind of sort of interested in. And I have done hardly any book shopping this year. Really, the only books I've bought in this year have been through Book of the Month, which is just my normal subscription. And then I have one pre-order. I do have another pre-order, but I don't think it's out until later this month, so I haven't gotten it yet. But those are the only books I've actually bought, whereas Book of the Month books and then my two pre-orders, but technically I only have one, so we're just going to say the one pre-order. And these are all the books from January 1st until today, April 14th, that I have brought into my home. So for the past, 4 months-ish, I think I've done pretty well. Let's just go ahead and dive in and talk about the books. We are going to do a little bit of an unboxing in this video because I just received April's Book of the Month books. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what I got. I don't remember what I got. I know I got a book, and I think I got a hat. Well, I know I got a hat. And I know I got a book, obviously. But I don't remember what the book is. Even though I just put this order in not that long ago. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's open her up and see what's inside. Oh, Ranger's very excited because he always gets the box when I'm done with it. Go to your couch and I'll give it to you. So we have the hat, which I saw this hat and I was like, yeah, I can't. I love it. Unreliable narrator, which is one of my favorite tropes in thriller books. And then, yes, I did get a mystery thriller, Mad Mabel by Sally Hepworth. So I'll talk about that in a second. Let's see what else is in this box. We're going to go ahead and toss the box to Ranger. Get it, buddy. Okay, get your box. It's a really pretty little card, and we get, of course, the bookmarks. Here is the bookmark, the 100 years, and the book I just received from Book of the Month. So this is April 2026, Book of the Month edition, Mad Mabel. I don't remember a whole lot of what this is about. I just remember, well, first off, it was like one of the only ones I was actually interested in. Oh yes, it's about an 81-year-old woman, which she doesn't look 81 years old to me. So I don't know if this is like her in the past or if this is a different character, because she's like a sassy 81-year-old single woman who lives in the Melbourne suburbs, and she minds her own business until a neighbor turns up dead and the whispers start flying. Because Elise hasn't always been Elise. Once upon a headline, she was Mad Mabel Walter, Australia's youngest convicted murderer. But was she really mad or just misunderstood? Either way, she's kept her secrets buried for decades. And then we have a little 7-year-old girl who just moved in across the street, who apparently is maybe going to uncover who our main character really is. And obviously this murder next door is not going to look good for her if she is, secret identity a murderer. So it does sound pretty fun. It sounds pretty interesting. So for March, we're just going to go backwards in time. I actually decided to pick up 2 books because I could not decide between the two. And the 2 books that I got in the Book of the Month are This Story Might Save Your Life by Tiffany Crum and Lady Tremaine by Rachel Hockesire. Probably not pronouncing that correctly. This one I've heard really good things about. This is a murder mystery podcast where best friends Benny and Joy like to say they've been saving each other's lives since the moment they met, until the day Joy disappears and Benny is suspected of her murder. I know that these two friends run a podcast, so they're kind of a humorous, fun, super popular podcast. One of the characters goes missing, the other one is suspected of her murder. That's all I really know from this, but it sounded really good, and I've heard the podcast element, or the audiobook has the podcast, like full cast, sound effects and everything, so very excited for that. And the other one is Lady Tremaine. Now, this is a retelling of Cinderella's stepmother. I love Cinderella. She's one of my favorite Disney princesses, and I love her, that story. So when I saw this, I was very excited because I love anything that has to do with retellings, fairy tale retellings. This is basically trying to reimagine it as if she is not actually as evil and as villainous as everyone believes she is, or maybe she is, but she has dang good reasons. Exhilarating to its core, Lady Tremaine reimagines the myth of the evil stepmother at the heart of the world's most famous fairy tale. It's a battle cry for a mother's love, her daughters, and a celebration of women everywhere who make their own fortunes. So, yeah, again, I don't really know a whole lot about this other than it is the story of Cinderella's evil stepmother, which makes me very excited. Plus this cover is stunning. So that was March's books. Then we'll move on to February. And in February, I got It's Not Her by Mary Kubica. I have read 2 books by this author, Local Woman Missing and She's Not Sorry. And I loved both of those books. So when I saw that this was an option for February, I had to go ahead and pick it up. It's a stunning discovery, a shocking investigation, truth no one could have imagined. Courtney Gray's tranquil family vacation is shattered when she hears a blood-curdling scream from the lakeside cottage next door. There she finds the lifeless bodies of her brother and sister-in-law. Her teenage niece, Reese, is now nowhere to be found, while her nephew, Wyatt, lies asleep upstairs unharmed. And now the question is her niece a victim, a missing person, or is her niece the culprit? And that's this story. They got to try and figure that out. And I have very much enjoyed both of her, like I said, both books I've read by her before, very, very much enjoyed. Really good thrillers, really good plot twists that I very much enjoyed. So when I saw this was an option, I was like, duh, I'm picking up this one. And then January's book was Anatomy of an Alibi by Ashley Elston. I love the fact that these bright fluorescent colors are coming back into popularity. That is middle school me. Was obsessed with fluorescent colors. So it's I love that the 90s and the early 2000s. Part of me loves the fact that that style is coming back around, and part of me is no, some of that should have stayed in the past. And it also makes me feel incredibly old. So, Anatomy of an Alibi, another mystery thriller. You may see a theme here. I really like mystery thrillers. Basically, these 2 women decide to swap places. I don't know how they would do that, really, because I don't think they're related. But one of them is married to a hotshot lawyer named Ben and is the daughter of a wealthy Louisiana family. Only nothing is as it seems. She believes Ben has been hiding a dirty secret for years, but she can't find the proof because he tracks her every move. And that's Camilla. And then we have Aubrey, who's been haunted by the terrible night that changed her life a decade ago, and she's convinced Benjamin knows something about it. So they switch places so that they can kind of spy on him and figure out what is going on, but the next morning he is found dead. So now these 2 women are kind of uh-oh, what are we gonna do about that? So, yeah, because neither of them really have a good alibi. I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot. I like to go into my thrillers fairly blind. This one sounded like it might be pretty juicy, and I do really enjoy domestic thrillers, so I had to pick this one up. I also just wanted to say really quick, if I sound like I'm talking a little bit funky, I have a broken tooth that it's really bothered me, and I haven't been able to see the dentist yet, so if I'm talking a little bit funnier than normal, it's because my tooth hurts. So apologies if my words are a little bit more slurred or not as easy to understand as normal. Okay, next up we're going to talk about some nonfiction books that I have. So I won this book in a Goodreads giveaway. This is Naturally by Rochelle Robinette, and it's The Herbalist's Guide to Health and Transformation. This is just, as it says, information about herbology and kind of when traditional medicine, can only take us, not traditional, Western medicine can only take us so far, and when we need to use natural medicine. I'm a big, I can't think of the exact word I'm trying to think of, but I am a supporter of herbs, of herbalism, of natural medicine to an extent. I personally, just because I myself, if you don't know, I'm chronically ill. I've had a lot of health problems throughout my lifetime. And I have found that for me, and I think truly what would work for majority of people, now again, I can't speak for everyone, but majority of people, you need kind of a balance between the two. There is a place for pharmaceuticals, but there's also a place for natural medicine, herbs, tinctures, that sort of thing. And you kind of have to find the balancing act between the two. So I was quite excited when I won this book. So yeah, there's just a bunch of different things in here that just have to do with herbology and using natural medicine to heal your body. So I am quite excited to get to this one. Then we have The Little Book of Wedding Checklists, and this is by Elizabeth McKellar. All the lists and tips you'll need to plan the big day. Because if you guys don't know, I recently got engaged, so I am planning a wedding. And I have a very strict budget for my wedding, and so I'm trying to find things that will simplify it and make it as easy as possible to get everything I want and keep it within budget. So we have this little guy, which literally is just as it says. It is a literal checklist of what to do, when to do it. Yeah, very, very simplified, something that my really busy brain needs to be able to just checklists are good. Okay, and the other one I got is this wonderful binder. This is the Budget Savvy Wedding Planner and Organization. This is by Jessica Bishop. Checklists, worksheets, and essential tools to plan the perfect wedding on a small budget. As I said, I have a very tight budget. And so this is just literally, it gives you different if you have different budgets, these are your different options. It has little tabs that you can go to each section. I mean, this is really cool. So I haven't really sat down and started working in this quite yet, but I'm excited to get to it. This is one of the ones that was highly reviewed when I was looking at wedding checklist books. As of right now, these are the two books that I'm going to be using to help me plan my wedding. If y'all have any other tips, tricks, books that you know of, resources that are really, really helpful with doing a wedding on a strict budget and very much DIY type of wedding, please let me know down in the comments, because I could use all of the help I could get you guys in planning my day. Just for reference, we are having a country chic wedding. So if that helps anyone there. I guess country chic rustic would be more accurate. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep going. So next up we have Hind's Feet on High Places, and this is by Hannah Hernard. Apologies if I'm not saying that book correctly. I just recently found this in a free little library, and I do believe this book is on my 40 by 40, so the 40 books I want to read by the time I turn 40. I really need to get a move on, because I'm 37 years old. I will be turning 38 in October of this year. So I only have a few years left before I turn 40. I'm planning a wedding. I'm moving. Life is kind of crazy. So when I saw this is a book that I have wanted for a long time anyways. And I saw it at a free little library, and I was like, I'm going to get this, because I have, at one point in my life, I did start it, and I just was never able to finish it. But yeah, I'm really happy I found this, because this will be a treasured book, I'm sure. Then next up, we have this little children's chapter book middle grade type of story called Wild Girl. And this is by Patricia Riley Giff. I will actually be passing this along to my niece, as I have actually already read this, and I think I gave it like a 4 something. It was a very enjoyable book. This follows a young girl named Liddy who loves horses. Loves horses. And her father and her older brother moved to America years ago after their mom died. Her father is a horse jockey and her brother is a horse jockey, and so she desperately wants to also be a horse jockey. She currently lives with her aunt and uncle in Brazil, and when she's old enough, her father and her brother send for her to be moved to America. It's just her story of coming to America, not knowing any English, and trying to fit into this life now that her father and brother expect of her, not realizing that she's grown up in the time that they have not seen her. We're also following the story of a young filly who begins her journey to a new home. As Liddy's story unfolds, so does the filly's. It's a very sweet book. If you're a horse girl, I think you would really, really enjoy this. I will be passing this along to my niece as I've already read it. I don't need to keep it on my shelves, but I wanted to mention it because I did haul it, so yep, there we go. Next up, though, I have The Haunting of Gillespie House by Darcy Coates. This one, literally no idea what it is about. I just know that I have read a book by Darcy Coates before, The Haunting of the Fourlock Ghosts. Y'all, I don't remember, but I loved it. I thought it was a great book. It reminded me of the movie The Visitation, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, but more humorous. So we'll see. I know Darcy Coates does kind of like light horror type of stories. So this is like Haunted House. Like I said, I literally have no idea what it's about. I just saw Darcy Coates and was like, sure, why not? We'll try it. Then I found this book, The Nature of Witches, by Rachel Griffin. Now, if you watched my unhaul recently, I will link above and down below. You may be like, why are you getting a book about witches? Because you just unhauled a whole bunch of books about witches. Yes, I did. I have been really intrigued by this book, though. Plus this cover. Guys, this cover is so stunning. And let me show you the naked hardback of this, because this is really pretty as well. I am very particular about books with witchcraft, with witches. I don't really know what my line in the sand is when it comes to a book with witches. There are some books that have witchy elements to it that I have absolutely adored, and there's other books that I'm like, yeah, no, that pushes the boundaries too far for what I'm comfortable with. This is just, for me as a Christian, I try to stay away from witchcraft, from new agey, all of that kind of stuff, because I don't want it in my life. And this also may be a book that I pick up and I'm like, it's gone. It needs to go, immediately gone. I don't know. And I was like, you know what? It's in a free little library. I have been intrigued by this book for quite a long time. It's YA, and I've heard it's a beautiful story. So I'm like, okay, I'm willing to give it a chance. If I get into it, and realize this is, too much or not what I thought it was, then I will just return it back to a free little library so someone else can hopefully enjoy it. All I really know about this is this follows a girl who is a weather witch, I believe. She's an ever witch. I don't know what that means. It has to do with the weather, the atmosphere, and I think our main character, she doesn't want to be a witch, or she's afraid of her powers or something along those lines. So it does intrigue me. Again, I am very picky when it comes to what books actually will stay on my shelves or not, but this one I've been intrigued by for a while. So I found it and I was like, why not? It's not going to hurt anything. If I decide I don't like it or it has content that I'm not cool with, I'll just return it back to the free little library. So we shall see with this one. I do really hope I like it though, because the cover is stunning, but the cover alone is not a reason to keep a book. So we'll see what happens with this one. But I have hauled it, so I wanted to talk about it. I still have some more free little library finds. I went on a massive free little library adventure where I drove all around town and checked out all the different free little libraries that I haven't been to yet. Dropped off a ton of books I was unhauling. I found I found some books. So normally this is not something I would gravitate towards, but because they're romantic suspense, which is not really something I'm a fan of. I don't like I love suspense. Romantic suspense usually is too much romance for me, but I saw these and was like, kind of want them, guys. And you'll see why in a minute why they really called to me. So the first one we have is Hearts of Courage. These are all bind-ups. There's 2 books per book, 2 stories per book. This is book 1 of 2, 1 and 2 of the military canine units. So I'm sure you could probably tell why I got this. If you know me, I love dogs. And as far as I know, as you can hear my dog barking in the background, to my knowledge, in these books, nothing bad happens. The dogs don't die. Because, like, I couldn't do that. But I believe this is a series. It is by Love Inspired, which I think is either Christian and or clean fiction section of Harlequin, because I don't read Harlequin books, but I have read a couple of inspired books in the past that I very much enjoyed. So we shall see what I think of these ones. But in here we have Mission to Protect by Terry Reid and Bound by Duty by Valerie Henson. And then I have books, sorry about the shine on there, books 3 and 4 in that same series. And these are Top Secret Target by Donna Mintic and Standing Fast by Maggie K. Black. Now, I don't really know anything about these other than the fact that, like I said, they are either Christian and or clean fiction, which I'm going to read romance. That's what I'm going to read is clean. And military canines. Yes, right up my alley, guys. So I got these 2. And then we have this one here, which is In the Crosshairs. And this is the books 1 and 2 in the True Blue Canine Unit series. This one has Justice Mission by Lynette Easton and Active Valor by Dana Mintic. I think these might be police. Yeah, these are NYPD. So this series is military, this series is police, and then the books 3 and 4 in the True Blue Canine series as well. This is Deadly Secrets, and it has book Blind Trust by Laura Scott and Deep Undercover by Lenona Worth. But those were all in the Free Little Library, and I was like, I'm just gonna get them all. I didn't know that they weren't the same. I thought they were all like in the same series when I picked them up, but because they all just say Canine Unit on the spines. Whatever. I don't care. I got them, so hopefully I will really enjoy them. We shall see, though. So the next book I won in a Goodreads giveaway, that is The Case of the Missing Maid by Rob Osler. So we have a female detective in Chicago 1898. So historical mystery. Historical mystery does seem to work quite well for me. Is this his debut? It looks like this might be his debut as well. And I know this is a series. This is book 1 in the the Harriet Moreau Investigates series. So I was quite excited when I won this one. And the last book that I have to show you guys that I had hauled this year so far is The Bookshop of $99 by Jamie Jo Wright. Jamie Jo Wright's newest release. Oh my gosh, guys, look at this. Look. It is a bookshop mystery. I'm so excited. You all don't know, Jamie Jo Wright, auto-buy author, favorite author, historical fiction / contemporary, mysteries in the past, mysteries in the present, Scooby-Doo-esque, spooks, and everything is connected. So this one, I'm so excited for this one. This was, like I said, I pre-ordered this one. This is about a bookshop with 99 doors. I'm just going to read you all the back of this really quickly because I can't say it any better. In 1888, 100 years before I was born, Minnie Tipton finds herself beset by the dark superstitions that envelop the Pennsylvania mansion her father bought. Convinced the vengeful spirit of a Civil War captain haunts the house, and worried by her father's rapidly worsening illness, Minnie delves into the home's fraught past in order to bring him peace. Yet the lingering impact of the war and the gruesome tale of murder she uncovers only foster more fear and threaten to unravel Minnie's own sanity. And then we have present day. In the present day, Tris Bellamy eagerly steps into the role of bookshop manager in the mansion-turned-museum boasting 99 doors. Guys, that alone is like, please. But Tris's dream job turns into a nightmare when havoc breaks loose with the arrival of her brother's team of self-proclaimed paranormal investigators. Their determination to find the rumored 100th door, a dangerous portal to the madness long said to plague the mansion, results in calamity, leaving Tris no choice but to hunt down the truth or watch her brother slip forever beyond her reach. Guys, does that not just sound amazing? I'm so excited. Also, I wish you all could feel this. It's like that really soft matte. Oh, it's my favorite feeling of a cover of a book. And her spines, I don't know, I always just think her spines are so beautiful. But yeah, this is her newest release. Oh, and because I got the pre-order, I also got a little nameplate signed. There you have it, guys. Those are all of the books that I have hauled since January 1st of 2026. Like I said, I think I have done quite well. I mean, a few of them are nonfiction and like wedding planning type of things. You know, one of them I've already read and I'm technically unhauling because I'm giving it to my niece. Yeah, I think so far I've done well. I definitely need to get on my Book of the Month books, though. I really want to try and keep up with them this year. And I'm already in month 4, and I haven't read any of them yet. So, like, whoopsie. I need to get on that. But anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on this haul. Have you read any of the books that I have mentioned? Let me know your thoughts. Do any of these books sound interesting to you? Would you like to buddy read with me on any of these books? Because I would really like to do more buddy reads this year. And again, I really need to get these books read. If I'm bringing them in, they need to get read because I already have a very large TBR. So yes, guys, let me know down in the comments any thoughts that you have regarding the video, regarding these books. If you made it to the end of the video and wanted to just let me know you were here, but don't have anything else to say, go ahead and leave a door emoji. If there is a door. I'm pretty sure there should be a door emoji. If not, a book emoji works too for the bookshop of 99 doors. Because this is one of my most anticipated books of the entire year. And I can't wait to get to it once the audiobook comes to me. So, all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I don't have an upload schedule yet, but I'm working on it, guys. I promise. Thanks again for watching, y'all, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!